Seriously, buddy. Yeah, we've gone live.
See how much of lag we have here, if anything.
What if we just talk and it's just us?
I would
It'd be wonderful.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
All right. I think we've got it going here.
We got people?
Let's get this show on the road, folks.
There we go. Hell yeah.
I'm sure they'll yell at us if we get halfway into this and nobody's seen anything. So, all righty, awesome. Welcome everyone, Vanhoover Pony Expo, VIP script reading. I am your host, Scott Kinnersley, Thornwing, and we have some lovely VIP guests here for you to go through one of Tabitha St Germain's amazing scripts. Her headcanon of Pony is extensive and unpredictable, and we are in for a surprise treat today. We have one genuine fanfic by Tabitha St Germain titled "You Had One Job," with the lovely Andrea Libman reading for Applejack, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie, along with Pound Cake and Special Agent Sweetie Drops. Tabitha St Germain herself as Rarity, Luna, Granny Smith, Muffins, and Pumpkin Cake. Cole Howard as Hugh Shoe and Hugh Horseshoe. Also Special Agent Tortellini Horsellini and Otis Odor Force. I almost want to say Odor Face.
I like it.
Anyway, away we go. Let us begin. The scene, Canterlot High basketball court, daytime. Princess Luna, half asleep with a whistle in her mouth, supervises a basketball game. Applejack holds the ball, but her attention is elsewhere, to the annoyance of Hugh Shoe, uber jock.
Pass! Guys, pass! I'm open!
Ooh, Applejack, you're the ball-holding holder of the ball. Who will she give it to?
Pass!
Oh, not to me, darling. I've just done my nails.
Applejack, eye on something at the far end of the court, just hands the ball to Pinkie.
Here. Suspense over. Look at me. I'm the ball-holding holder of the ball. Who will I give it to? Maybe I'll keep it. It'll be like my own personal moon. Hello, Planet Pal.
She holds the ball over her head.
Pass! Guys, come on!
Huggy, darling, could you keep it down?
It's Hugh. Just Hugh, like huge, but with a H instead of an E.
All right, darling. But Fluttershy is feeding her mouse, and we don't want to wake Vice Principal Luna huge.
Luna is now asleep on her feet. At the far end of the court is an open storage room where Fluttershy feeds a tiny, timid mouse as the rest of the gym class watches.
Guys, the game! Respect the game! Pass the ball, Pinkie!
Pinkie, now also watching Fluttershy, wings the ball at Hugh, misses. It bonks his head, rebounds, and hits the sleep-standing Vice Principal Luna. She wakes with a whistle blast.
Oh! What? Sorry, what just happened?
Nothing, Vice Principal Luna. At least nothing that can't be cured by a nice long nap.
Luna squints at her.
Did I drift off?
Maybe a little?
Oh, sorry, not a morning person. Just filling in for Coach Mush. Whose ball is this?
Vice Principal Luna, no one is even playing. They're all just... Shh. They're all watching.
Watching what?
They're all watching
Fluttershy feed her mouse in the storage room.
Luna's eyes snap, suddenly wide awake.
Fluttershy!
The class parts as she strides down the court, on Fluttershy and her mouse, who looks up, terrified, as Luna's shadow looms over them. It scuttles deep into the storage room.
Fluttershy, I have told you before, the storage room is no place for your personal zoo. Detention. You, and you.
Ha! Good. Now, maybe we can actually play the game.
Luna turns on him.
And you. Rest of class dismissed.
The other students scatter hastily.
But I was just... Oh.
You're just going to help the girls clean out the storage room and make sure that any and all animals in there are relocated to the great outdoors where they belong. Copy that?
They nod.
Good. Call me when it's done. Coffee!
She strides out.
All right, guys, this furniture ain't gonna move itself.
She starts pulling chairs out of the storage room and stacking them. Pinky joins her, chucking things over her head out of the storage room.
Oh, Pinky, careful. I have mice in there, and garter snakes, and maybe a raccoon.
How much for gym class?
Here, pick up some furniture. It's just like exercise.
She loads his arms with chairs.
Go team!
Yeah, sure. Treat me like a pack horse, even though I'm a totally innocent bystander who got sucked into this dippy girl drama.
I don't understand why Vice Principal Luna won't let me keep mice in there. No one's using it.
Darling, mice are, well, you know.
Mice are what?
Well, let's just say that
Mice are dirty vermin. They poop everywhere and they belong outside.
Boom! That was Team Innocent Bystander. Over to you, Team Mouse. Oh, I don't think finding a frightened mouse a safe home no one else is even using is any reason to get detention.
well, on the plus side, darling, it did get us out of gym.
Some people like gym, but whatever.
He lifts a tall, awkward-shaped thing under a cloth.
Mice are people too, you know.
We know, Duck.
The cloth slides off the piece of furniture Hugh was picked up, tripping him. It's a mirror, which topples. Whoa! Rarity, AJ, Pinky, and Fluttershy catch the mirror. Hugh falls on his bum. The mouse streaks by.
My mouse?
But Hugh is pointing at the reflections in the mirror, which are not quite right. Instead of showing him the girls, he sees a bunch of, well, horses. He points.
You guys, you're...
Mirror savers, right? At least the mirror didn't break.
Hugh feints forward into the mirror. Smash! It breaks into bits. And theme. Everybody sing. My
My little pony.
used to
Start
wonder
with your
what
weight,
friendship
start.
could be.
My little pony.
Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. Beautiful heart, full and find this easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. I said, my little pony.
Anyways.
You know you're all my very
Best friend. If we were high tech, we could have played it.
Could've.
No,
But we are low tech.
we're very low tech. Sorry, folks.
We were
But you
Zoom
know,
tech.
you are our very best friend.
And returning to scene. Exterior, Twilight's castle in Ponyville, daytime. The entire castle interior is taped with cotton batting, mattresses, and sheets. We hear tape being applied. Rip!
Miss Rarity? Hi, Hugh. I'm a lunar guard. This feels... Are you sure I should do this?
Thanks for the help. I know it seems wrong, but Twilight said to cover any hard edges where the princess could hurt herself.
Okay.
Princess Luna is wrapped in a massive padded sumo suit, to which Hugh adds a crash helmet. She is completely round. Only her eyes and horns show. Hugh winds Luna in tape.
Yeah, it sure seems like she's looking at me.
Oh, don't worry. She's not. She's sound asleep. Once a year, she sleeps for 2 weeks solid. This year, Celestia can't watch her, so she wanted someone reliable to do it.
There's a huge crash and the sound of glass breaking.
Unfortunately, Twilight isn't available, so...
Pinky enters.
Look at Luna. Don't you worry, Princess. We are gonna have so much fun. What are we looking at? Oh, I get it. I can do that too. Staring contest!
She imitates Luna's staring eyes.
She's asleep. Since I have to run for a fitting with an oatboard magnate, I've devised this ingenious fat suit. All we have to do is get her out of it before she wakes up, and she will never know that her princess dignity has been compromised. No one is to speak of this. Top secret. Everyone clear?
Clear.
Compromise. Anywho.
Right. All the pokey bits taped down? Oh, wait, Pinky, what was that smashy noise?
Pinky is bouncing up and down in front of Luna, making faces.
La 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 la.
Pinky?
Oh, the noise? I broke a mirror, and I saw a weird.
The clock bongs.
Oh, look at the time. I must go. I'll be back soon. Huggy, would you go and see what happened with that mirror?
Me? Oh, yes, ma'am.
And Huggy?
Me?
Yes. I know Pinky is supposed to watch Princess Luna, but could you?
Say no more, ma'am. They call me here to help you.
Oh, do they indeed? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, and it's it is Hugh, actually, like huge, but with an H instead of an E, not a huggy. But I mean, you can hug me if you. No, okay. Right, here to help you. That's yeah, that's why I'm here.
Here to help you. We want the princess to have a nice, uneventful sleep and wake unscathed and refreshed. And Pinky can be a little.
Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Toodles, Pinky, darling. Call me if you need me.
And she's gone. Pinky tips Luna onto her side like a tire and rolls her to the window.
Hey, want to look out the window, Looney?
Hugh stares. The princess is completely upside down. He shrugs, grabs a broom, and trots into Twilight's library, where he finds a broken mirror.
Here to help Hugh. I've never heard that. Well, Miss Rarity, that's because no one said it. Nice one, Hugh. Embarrassing much?
He picks up a big shard of glass. In its reflection, he sees himself. But it's not quite right. His face is flat, and it's screaming? He turns around, and there is himself, but two-legged, human. Human Hugh dives out the window and runs down the road into the distance on two legs, a lone human in Equestria. Exterior, Ponyville, outside Rarity's shop. Muffins flies down carrying bolts of cloth, which she tries to stuff in Rarity's mailbox. They stick out so far that they trip someone who is running down the sidewalk.
Oops, I just don't know what went wrong.
She stares at the fallen pony. She rubs her eyes. What's wrong with his face? It's flat. Its ears are weird. It's human Hugh. He examines her back and... Seconds later, through her window, Miss Cake glances at her foals playing outside. Mid-run, Hugh stops, staring at them and their tiny pony dolls.
Funny pony. You talk like baby.
Hugh runs out of town. From above, we watch him carve a path through the Everthree forest. Squirrels, rabbits, and skunks scatter. He runs out of the forest into a field and stops, panting, holding his knees, and finds himself face to face with a cow.
Oh, please don't talk. Okay. No, all right, that's fair.
Some gophers pop up out of their holes.
You guys don't talk, do you?
They stare at him.
Okay, good. Okay.
He walks off. As soon as he is gone, the gophers fall about laughing. He continues through an orchard.
Phew. For a second there, I thought I was losing my mind. You are dreaming, Hugh. Animals are animals. They don't talk.
He pulls an apple off a tree.
Eat something. Feel better. Electrolytes, bro. Good. Okay. Say with me, animals don't talk.
But apparently they feel just fine helping themselves to my apples.
Hugh turns and finds himself face to face with a whiskery green muzzle. He burps involuntarily.
What in the frilly heck are you? I warn you, my back leg comes off and I'll whoop you silly with it if you sass me.
She does some calisthenics to prove it.
Whoo, ha, hippie. Whatever you got, I ain't standing for it. Let me see your teeth. Mine come out. I don't even care.
He runs, thunk, into the tree. 2 apples fall out and hit Granny on the head. Pink, point. Her teeth fly out and snap on his bum as he flees through the orchard, hitting every tree. Granny's eyes roll back. She drops, hooves up. Hugh runs through a river. Gummy pops up, shocked. Whack! He coughs out a fish. Interior, Rarity shop, downtown Ponyville. Rarity pins a suit on Otis Odorforce. Suddenly they hear a clatter in the back room.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, don't worry, sir. I'm sure it's nothing. Although a friend of mine did used to hide her pet raccoon in my storage room.
Well, I hope it's gone. I am scared of wildlife.
Oh, all gone. Long time ago. His name was Dumpster Crust, and he had a surprising affinity for tweed. Anyway, what do we think? Slim fit, center vent, French cuff?
I want something that screams me.
Screams.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Who is Otis Otiforce? Oats, they're so...
Bland. Oats are bland. I'm invisible.
What? No, oats are the backbone of the nation. Without oats, why our very will to live would perish.
Well, I feel like no one even notices me in the oat boardroom.
Oh, well, sir, that is about to change. How do you want ponies to see you?
How do I want pony? I want to stand out in a crowd, so Susie can't miss me. Can I have pirate sleeves and a sword?
He grabs a cape off a mannequin.
In a boardroom?
More like a board room. It works better on paper. I want a spice in my oats. I want nuts.
Just then, Applejack runs by the shop, pushing a bandage-up Granny Smith in a wheelchair.
Apples!
A huge crowd of ponies stampede past the window, shouting and waving their hooves.
Right, so...
The shop shakes. Mannequins fall over. Bolts of fabric tumble off the shelves. The cutting table hops across the floor. Rarity and Otis go to the window. More ponies stampede by, yelling wildly. Pinky, running with the stampede, stops to jump up and down outside the window.
Who's your friend?
I am just a passing pirate.
Cute.
What the bobbins is going on?
That? I don't know. I was looking out the window with my old pal Blob Luna and I saw them all running by and I thought I'd go join them. I know what you're thinking. Who's watching Blob Luna? Not to worry. She's asleep. She won't want me to miss this. Not every day you get to have a stampede right through the middle of Ponyville, am I right? Hey, what happened to your eye?
Otis has put on an eye patch.
Oh, nothing. I see better in mono. Hey, what are they yelling about?
Just a sec.
Pinky runs back into the stampede and weaves around yelling ponies, asking questions.
Hi, miss. Is this fine? I don't recognize your expression. Wow, okay. Where are we going? You don't say. Hi! Why are we yelling? Alrighty then. Some kind of fitness craze? Whoa, easy there.
She runs back to the window.
Here's a skinny. Something, Granny Basher, something Apple Monster, and something Bear. Pretty exciting.
A monster bear?
Granny Basher?
There's a granny bashing monster bear in Ponyville?
He draws the fallen curtain rod and waves it like a sword.
Ah!
There is? Woo! I better go find out. Woo! I'm a joiner. Totally mad about something. Stampede!
Pinky runs back into the stampede. The ground shakes. More of the shop falls down around Rarity and Otis, who now has Opal on her shoulder like a parrot.
I'm afraid we have to put a pin in this, Mr. Otiforce. You should change.
Arr.
I agree. Things have gone a bit mad, and I feel like I better go check on Princess Luna.
But the shop is destroyed. The changing booths are rubble.
Oh no, my changing booths. I guess you'll need to change in the storage room.
Arr.
Rarity uses her horn to fix fallen debris. Otis trots into the storage room. A second later, he shoots out.
Ah!
Right out of the shop. Ponyville Police Station moments later. Granny, Applejack, Pinky, and a huge crowd fill the station. A weary Agent Sweetie Drops takes Granny through her story.
You gotta give me something here, ma'am.
Granny gives Sweetie Drops an apple.
I mean something to go on. A monster attacked me? Ain't gonna cut it in a pony court of law.
It was a bear, pretty sure.
Bears. Never met a bear I trusted. Also, never met a bear.
A haughty-looking pony with a sketch pad approaches.
This is my partner, Special Agent Tortellini Horsellini from the ZCSPU.
The what now?
It's the Zoological Crimes Special Victims Unit.
He holds out his hoof. Granny scowls.
Agent Tortellini is, I don't want to say genius, but
Oh, no, he's okay. Yeah.
let's just say if a critter committed this felony, he'll bring it to justice.
She pounds the table. She just really loves justice.
Yes, hello, old lady. A bear, you say. So, what kind of bear, please? A stone bear, a panda bear, a polar bear, a care bear, a brown bear.
Well,
Just tell him, Granny, what color was its fur?
what kind are the naked ones? It was naked.
What is this? What is this, naked?
Means bear.
Yes, a bear. Yes, you already say this, yes.
Bear also means naked, different spelling, means no clothes, no fur.
What is this? Is the joke, is it una prank?
Granny squirms. Sweetie Drops pushes an interrogation light into her face.
Ma'am, I'm going to remind you that lying to the law is a felony. Spill, Smith. None of us is getting any younger.
Treating an old mare like this.
Oh, for golly's sake, lady, she was just attacked.
The crowd murmurs discontentedly. Come on, this is a bit harsh. She's an old mare, for Pete's sake.
Every animal, she got a hair, except the gummy family and the chickens. So, is a chicken attack you? Hmm?
Chickens don't wear pants. It was a bear.
No, so he's not naked anymore. Now he's wear pants, signora. I, Tortellini Ortellini, I'm an expert. If a bear is a hair, yeah, you say a bear put pants, you mock science.
Mr. Horsellini, please. Granny's in shock. This thing attacked her in her own orchard.
Okay. Describe for me, please. I draw a picture.
The face was flat, like it was hit with a pan.
Yes, oh yes, okay, a pan. Oh yes, okay, yes, it's good.
He draws a pizza.
It stood on its hind legs, like a gopher.
Like a gopher, oh yes, a little guy. He's so cute. The teeth, the teeth like this. Come on, yes?
Gophers ain't scary, Granny. She hit her head, Dr. Horsellini.
I know what I'm saying. A giant gopher.
Oh, now he's a gopher, but was a bear? Or maybe it's a gummy chicken, huh?
A gopher-like bear with no hair.
The crowd gasps. Oh!
Except little scary psycho-looking mane, and the forelegs bent every which way, and tentacles coming out of the end.
Oh!
And it knew our language, and it demanded apples or a fight to the death.
No! Fight to the death? What a dangerous beast!
Today,
Everyone looks at her.
I mean, the pony ought to do something!
You're right, random allowed pink pony. Something must be done. In all of my years in the Zoological Crimes Special Victims Unit, I've never encountered such a terrible beast.
This drawing of yours looks like a pizza riding a squid.
Ooh, pizza con calamari. Now I'm hungry.
No gopher chicken bear is fighting Ponyville's senior citizens to the death. Not on my watch.
I watch, yes. What makes it a tick? We must take it apart like a clock. Look at the pieces. We need to dissect it for science.
Dissect it for science! Ah! Rarity's shop, right where we left off. Rarity watches Otis run off screaming.
Otis? Mr. Otifos, what happened?
She goes into her storage room. In it, she finds
I know what you're thinking, but I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Keeping what? So help me, Fluttershy, if there are raccoons in my...
Human Hugh, dressed in one of Rarity's foofy pony dresses and a bonnet, blinks at her helplessly.
Is that from my summer picnic line?
It's a disguise. You have to let me keep it here, Rarity. Ponyville's gone mad. They want to dissect it. There are mobs roaming the street.
This thing is the bear?
I'm not a bear.
You be quiet a moment. The adults are talking.
They said it attacked Granny, and it didn't.
Oh, and how are you supposed to know it didn't? I suppose you's Big Bear.
It's not a bear.
Yeah, I'm not a bear.
Are you?
No, I'm not a bear.
It finally registers with Rarity that the bear has spoken. She stares at it.
Say again.
I'm not a bear.
That's what I thought you said.
She faints. Just at that moment, the angry mob stampedes by.
Get the
For
gopher chicken bear!
science!
Dissected!
Down with Granny Bashers.
Rarity.
Fluttershy dekes to the window to peek out. Applejack, who is wheeling Granny mid-stampede, sees her and hurries over.
Fluttershy, hey, Granny's tuckered out with her bear ordeal. You might have heard. Killer bear, psycho-mane tentacles. Anyway, it's on the loose. And pirates. Need a bucket of water. Is Rarity here?
Oh, Rarity. She is in the storage room with the water, which I will get you right now.
Oh, I can get it.
AJ goes towards the storage room. Fluttershy blocks her way.
Fluttershy, something you want to tell me?
Oh, no bear of any kind in there.
Granny busts the storage room door down with her wheelchair to reveal Hugh holding the passed-out Rarity in his arms.
It's not what it looks like.
It looks like Rarity passed out in the arms of some sad critter that ain't even fit to say boo to a goose.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is what it looks like. Mhm.
Hugh hides behind Fluttershy.
Don't let her get me.
Granny, care to explain?
I might have fibulated or fudgified one or two details.
Like when it said it wanted to fight to the death?
That'd be one of them.
Seriously? You were the one who said you were gonna take off your back leg and whoop me with it, and then you threw your teeth at me.
Well, how was I supposed to know you'd sit pretty in a little filly's dress? You were stealing my apples.
One apple.
All right, you two. That's enough. Question is, what do we do now?
Need water.
Fluttershy hands her a bucket of water. She chucks it on Rarity, who stands spluttering.
Naked bear, meet Rarity. Rarity, naked bear. How dare you! And
All right. Take her down a notch. The whole town is out looking for this critter of Fluttershy's.
Its name is Hugh.
Think. I can't believe you talk.
No, you talk. Never mind. I know that now. The shock is worn off.
You named it Hugh?
Oh, don't be silly. There's already a Hugh here to help you. Wait, Hugh! It has Hugh face. What did you do to Hugh?
Nothing. That's another Hugh. It came through the mirror at Twilight's castle.
Sounds like some uppity unicorn magic.
Well, it's obvious we need to get back to the castle and stick this thing right back in the mirror.
Yeah, I'm right here, guys.
If only there was a real monster that the crowd could chase, we could fake him right out.
Just then, the mob runs by again. This time, they're just screaming in terror.
Oh, like that monster?
They trot to the window to see the crowd stampeding, followed by a giant white rolling donut. Rarity's eyes widen.
Bobbins, it's Luna!
Sleeping Luna, wrapped in padding, rolls after the terrified crowd. The crowd goes, "Ah!" The crowd turns left. "Ah!" Luna rolls after them. Rarity, Fluttershy, Granny, and Hugh run right. The crowd runs right. "Ah!" Luna rolls after them. Rarity, Fluttershy, Applejack, Granny, and Hugh also run left. Back at Twilight's castle. Panting, our gang makes it in and slams the door. Pinky's there.
You had one job!
Tough day, huh?
Granny snores, sound asleep in her chair.
Hi, Applejack. Hi, Fluttershy. Hi. Hi, Monster.
What? Oh, hi?
Yeah, Rarity. You may notice that there's one pony I totally did not say hi to. Take a minute to think about who that could be, and in that minute, if you could also let any I'm mad at Pinky steam, that would be great. Okay, it's Luna. I left her to go chase the monster. She was leaning against the window. She probably went that way for fresh air, which is entirely natural.
Pinky!
Wait,
Pinky!
wait some more.
Rarity waits. Steam curls gently from her ears.
Okay, now.
Rarity draws breath.
Wait.
I will not wait! Princess Celestia left Princess Luna in Twilight's care, and Twilight left her in our care, and then we made her into a big donut, and she's terrorizing Ponyville. You will go and retrieve said donut, and you will bring it back to the castle, now! Do you hear me?
Donut?
Pinky, will you get Luna? People think she's a monster.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Pinky starts to go, stops, stares at Flash in his frock and bonnet. Her eyes narrow. Sorry, Hugh in his frock and bonnet.
Seen you somewhere?
I think I just have one of those faces.
From off screen, we hear,
Not enough legs! Not enough legs!
on Pinky, still staring at human Hugh. Weird. His mouth didn't move. Pinky opens his mouth and puts her head inside, looks around, comes out, saliva drips off her mane.
Huh. I have no idea what just happened. Anyway, nice dress. Bye!
She leaves. The gang trot into Twilight's study, where Pony Hugh sits with a pile of mirror shards.
I just need to find the piece with the rest of the legs.
Sorry. Fluttershy's pet Hugh, meet here to help Hugh.
I'm not a pet, though.
You know, Fluttershy, I could do with a pet like this for Opal. She gets lonely being the only animal in the house.
I am not a pet, though.
Me too. Farm's not a farm without critters. Think it'll like pigs?
I am not a pet.
We know, Hugh, darling. We're just winding you up.
Pony Hugh holds up a mirror piece for Rarity to see.
Your legs are missing. I couldn't find them in any of the pieces. I tried to put them back together. I'm sorry, Miss Rarity. I'm a failure.
Seems like his mind had snapped, like a sad dry branch that's lost its tree. Oh, poor Hugh.
Thanks. Oh, you mean the other Hugh. Ah, yeah, buddy. Feels.
It's not your fault. Here to help Hugh.
Really? Phew. Also, I lost the princess.
Pinky runs in Rolling Luna.
Guys, I found her.
Oh, thank goodness. Let's just get this mirror sorted and then we'll make sure she's okay.
Rarity hits the mirror with a blast of unicorn magic. It reassembles perfectly, showing the reflections of human Applejack, Rarity, and Fluttershy. While the ponies are entranced with their own reflections, Luna's eyes begin to flicker.
Where am I?
Rarity and Pinky look at each other.
She mustn't know about the fat suit. Get it off her!
Everyone scrambles madly to get the padding off of Luna.
Find the end!
Guys!
Stop rolling her, Pinky!
She could know she was a donut!
Pony Hugh sees the end of the tape and grabs it. He pulls, and Luna rolls. Whoa, 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 ah! Sproing, and emerges from all the wrapping. She shakes her head.
Guys, can I just say, if your Princess Luna is anything like our Principal Luna, she is not a morning person. She might not want to be woken up prematurely. She might go a little cray. So you might want to...
In her half-sleep state, Luna sees Human Hugh talking as an alarm clock sounding off. Whap! She smacks him with a blast of magic that sends him crashing through the newly reassembled mirror. Poof! He's gone.
Oh, hi. I just had to turn off that annoying alarm clock. I'm not a morning person. Sorry.
Pinky presents her with a cup.
Not a problem, Princess. Welcome back. Oat milk?
Back to the future. Candlelock High, basketball court day. Hugh falls forward, about to crash into the mirror, when the three girls grab him.
Whoa!
Oh, that was close.
Can you imagine how mad Vice Principal Luna would be if we broke the mirror?
Hugh looks at them all. Fluttershy is cradling her mouse.
You know what? What Vice Principal Luna doesn't know won't hurt her. She was barely awake. I bet she won't even remember.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that mouse of Fluttershy's is pretty cute. I'm saying sometimes a critter just needs a little shelter, someone to protect them. Let's say we just let this little guy here have his space.
Oh, thanks, Hugh.
Hey, call me Huggy.
Fluttershy
Oh.
smiles and lets the mouse run into the storage room. They turn out the light. A bunch of animal eyes blink, blink, blink in the dark. Vice Principal Luna's office later. Luna sleeps at her desk. The girls tiptoe in. Fluttershy puts a coffee in her hand. Applejack puts an apple on her desk. Pinky puts down a donut.
Stop. What is this feeling?
It's called Deja Pastry.
Pinky picks the donut up and looks through the hole at Rarity on the other side of Luna.
No, wait. It's De Donut Vu.
It's like they've been here before. The big, fat end.
Bravo, bravo.
So fun.
Oh, that's
That was
great.
a good one, Tab.
Yeah, that was fun, Tab.
So
I have to-
good. Thank you.
I have to comment really quick on two really funny things here. Andrea, that was amazing, switching back and forth between three different pony manes. And Cole, your Italian Horsolini,
Oh my god.
lovely.
So
Just
funny.
bravo, bravo.
So funny,
Apologies to an entire country.
Well, if you look at my 23andMe, I'm 52% Italian, so
Okay.
I
You can sign me off.
can sign off on it. Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, that was fun.
All
That
righty,
was
folks.
so fun. Tab, I think that's the best one yet. I loved it.
Yeah. that's a
So
good time.
great. So fun.
Very nice of you. Thank you.
I know it's rare, isn't it?
So while we're chatting here real quick, looks like we've got some extra time here at the end. So we're probably going to be opening it up to some chat questions for our guests.
Very
If you
good.
have a question for one of these folks, we will let you go ahead and post that in the chat and get things relayed as soon as those start coming in.
So, hi there. I'm a tech person, and I'm here to say that the stream is going to be interrupted for a minute or so while we fix the occasional audio dropouts that you've been experiencing. So, sorry for that. We'll be back momentarily.
The ethereal voice said.
Is that an
I wonder-
announcement for us?
I wonder how much of the dropouts, how much dropout, was it like in real time, like what you heard drop out?
The stream that was being sent out, like once a minute, we lost a couple of seconds. It was
Too bad.
Bummer.
Once a minute. That's a
Once a
lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway. Gonna go fix that now. So,
Okay.
thanks for holding.
No problem. I'll sit here in the comfort of my own house.
yeah.
So that means that they basically saw us going,
Yeah.
Hmm.
What a delight.
oh well.
I guess we should do it again.
He should. Oh my gosh.
Switch
Like
characters.
there's no way to have a flowing conversation on Zoom.
No.
It's always a bit mortifying.
Yeah. The closest you can come is maybe having one-on-one stuff. But outside of that, it turns into a whole thing, especially with a bunch of friggin' voice people. It's ridiculous.
Use you.
Listen,
voice
I
people.
speak the truth.
What fun. God.
You
I'm
guys
Like your
playing.
shiny Christmas bling.
Oh yeah, I haven't taken it down in here.
Yeah, that looks nice.
I've taken it down in most of the other rooms, and it's on the floor in the kitchen because there was like so much so much Christmas stuff up. And
No.
I just kind of hid it by throwing it in the.
I guess no craft fairs this year, so the
I
Christmas
know.
collection had to stay
Oh,
stagnant.
it was awful. No craft fairs.
I know. I was thinking about you and no craft fairs and how you were coping.
Well, I made a lot of stuff. I made a
Oh,
lot.
cool.
Mostly food, which I ate.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hi, Electra. You want to come say hi?
No, not so much.
No.
Okay, the stream is back again, so we can send you live once we have the question person in.
Okay.
A question
Sounds good.
person.
I've got the
Questions are.
I've been
Question
grabbing them from the
person.
chat, so I'm good to go with the questions for a little while.
I think czar might be one of my favorite titles. Like if I was the transportation czar, what a great title. Doesn't that sound good?
It does. Well, I just think of executed Russians.
All right. What a downer.
I read
You're not wrong.
I read Nicholas and Alexandra when I was like 11
Oh God.
because I was really into the gore. I was just such a morbid child. I just liked the scene where they were all shot.
Damn.
I know.
I like that you went transatlantic with it and didn't go like with some Cormac McCarthy or something. Yeah. You don't need American Gothic. You'll go do that. That's hilarious.
I'm not the same person, but at the time I was just a totally gory child. I just liked slash and burn.
Man,
I'm sure
Okay.
what's happening? Oh,
Scott
great.
says he has 6 questions.
Okay, I think we're good, so I'm going to put us all back on in about 15 seconds if you're ready.
Yes.
The countdown starts.
Okay.
I'm hyperventilating, I'm panicking. What am I supposed to do? What do I do with my face?
That's 5
the lighting okay?
seconds.
Oh God. Am I muted? Can you hear me? Not if you can hear me. I'm panicking.
Alrighty,
Hello.
looks like we're back here again. We've got some questions from the chat to run through here. So if you have a question for the VIPs, please write it in the chat and we'll try to get to as many of these as we can as we run through it. I will try to divvy these things out so we can get some answers from everybody involved and maybe learn some new insights that we haven't before. So first of all, we have a question from Caden, and we'll ask this out to Cole. How did you get your start in voice acting?
That's a good question, and one that I should have a prepared answer for, but I don't. It's something of it's a long and not terribly interesting story. I started doing community theater when I was quite young, and then I kept doing that to stay out of trouble. And then after a time, someone said, "Hey, have you tried doing TV and camera? You should do a workshop." And I did a workshop, and I was really bad at it. But the lady who was running it, she was like, "I do a voiceover workshop. You should check that out." So I did this voiceover workshop and I fell in love with it. And I decided that that's what I wanted to do forever and always. And then I started doing some stuff in Calgary, Alberta, where I'm from, not where I'm from Edmonton, but whatever, it's all the same. And then I moved to Vancouver, and then there were a few years of trying to get my feet under me, and then just kept getting in the rooms and listening to people and trying to get better. And yeah, just chasing Ian Hanlon and Vincent around.
That's cool. I've never heard your story. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And a
So,
quick follow-up from ID Tales. What is your cat's name?
oh, my cat is Thunder. Yeah, he's Thunder. He's awesome. I've spent so much money on him over this quarantine, but I would spend quadruple that because I couldn't imagine doing this without him. He's my best little homie of all time. Oh, and speaking of all-star cats, oh my gosh, one of the greatest of all time. Yes, Thunder. He's great, but now of course he's nowhere to be found. Typical.
You're talking about him, and Electra is yelling. She's like, "What about me?" Here.
Holy shit.
Alrighty. Next quick question here. We'll go for Andrea. How different is it for you to voice your characters in Pony Life compared to Friendship is Magic?
Ooh, that's a great question. In Pony Life, for some reason, we were given a lot of freedom. They let us improv. We get to do a pass of going over the lines where we just go as far outside the box as we want. And it's the zanier and more fun, and whatever we can come up with goes. So I'd say it's a huge difference there, because with Friendship is Magic, towards the end, I think they're always welcome to suggestions on, small changes. But with Pony Life, it's very free. I've never experienced that on any other project. So it was so much fun to do.
Awesome. Tabitha, if you want to expand on the same question, or also, who is your favorite character out of the millions of characters you've voiced on Friendship is Magic? Who's your favorite character to voice? I think I can guess.
I don't think I can do her anymore, but the character that the kind of mean girl, what was it, Suki or something? Who stole Rarity's fashion designs. Do you know who this character is? And she's like, basically, it was me making fun of Kathy. Kathy has this thing that she does. It's just a riff that she does when she's playing, and she goes, yeah, wah, wah.
As the chat mentioned, it would be Suri Polomer.
Suri, right, exactly. Yeah. And so I had that kind of fakey laugh. I just really enjoyed doing that. It was so stupid.
It's
I think I
so
remember
funny.
from a related episode with Andrea and all of her different shades of Fluttershy in the goth and whatnot. Those were some great fashion episodes. So another one for Tabitha here. It says, Right Pillar asks, Tabitha, you've been all over the place. How did you eventually settle in Vancouver?
I was just trying to get away from my parents. They were in Nova Scotia, so I was trying to figure out what's the furthest distance I could go without having to get a passport. So that's only partially a joke. So yeah, that's why I settled. I actually was I wanted to go to Los Angeles, and then I chickened out. So I basically just kind of came to Vancouver for a weekend, and then I stayed 20 years.
Weekend vacation turned into, oh, this is a place I stay at.
Yes, totally. That's cool.
Vancouver kind of does that. If you've ever been there, it's a beautiful place. It sucks you in and never lets you go.
Yeah.
So Cole, question for you here. What's the weirdest or funniest thing that's ever happened involving you or anyone else that you know at the recording studio?
Behind the mic studio?
Behind the mic special moments. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened?
The craziest thing that's ever happened. I've heard. Okay, this is a secondhand anecdote, and maybe it's not true or not. But so in that script we just read, there was a moment for a stunt burp. It called for a burp. I love stunt burping. It's one of my great skills. And I love stunt burping. Anyways, I heard this story. My friend Carl Willems told me this, and it's there was something, and someone needed a burp, and I think I might have this wrong, but I think it's Gary Chalk, and he pounds a Coke. He pounds an entire Coke, and then he basically almost throws up. Apparently, it was just a nasty, horrifying. I'm getting nods. Am I getting this story right? I'm shocked.
He
I heard
actually
this story. Yeah. I thought he did barf. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
barf. Yeah,
yeah. So anyways, so that I think is I've never witnessed that myself. But there's all kinds of crazy stories like that, like people from the Dragon Ball days, like coughing up blood and shit. It's wild. It's crazy.
Felt
the
like
Warhammer
it.
guys passing out and stuff. There's all kinds of crazy stories.
Giving it your all for voice acting is a dangerous occupation.
Right. Yeah. Danger pay.
So Tabitha, rewinding, we won't say how many years, but rewinding to your not so distant past, what was it like recording for Nintendo for the Mario cartoons?
Can't remember at all. I'm too old. The circuit's gone. It just went. I don't know. I know that I did it mostly because people tell me that, but I can't. Literally, it's not in the banks anymore. It's gone, and that's like so much of my past. It's like so far ago that people will ask me about it, and I know that it was me, or I don't know. I might have been. I don't know, I might be like an alien walk-in, but there's a huge amount of my past that I just don't remember. And that's in there.
I'm the same way.
I'm so sorry. Like I really
Yeah.
wish I would like to actually, I think maybe I'll start making it up because it's too persistent a question. People will ask me about, Paulina, the when I was still Paulina, because that used to be my name, and I have no idea, which is, it's just like a line in the sand, and I just don't remember. It's not there.
That's always funny with the VIP types and asking these same kind of questions over and over again. If you don't know the answer or don't want to give an answer, just make something up every single time different. It's what Gordon Ramsay does every single time he's asked, what do you want for your last meal? If you had to, what would you cook last to eat before you die? And it's like he gives a different answer every single time. It's great.
A bucket of KFC and some flaming hot Cheetos.
Exactly.
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out big. Yeah.
Bananas flambe.
I'll go with the flames. All righty, Andrea. So which character do you like voicing the most? Pinkie Pie or Fluttershy? Put you on the spot here.
I can't choose. I like them both equally. I think.
Hang on just a sec.
both-
It looks like the stream is having issues. Hold there. We are experiencing
answer's
technical
super boring
difficulties.
anyway.
It looks like.
It's like asking like what your favorite kid is. Like you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'm sure my mom would have an answer for that question. but you shouldn't ask them.
I don't even remember my kids.
Paulina's kids.
Yeah. You left them at the studio after you finished recording Nintendo. Never came back. Can I leave out the back? My kids are there and I'm starting a new life.
Same
Okay.
thing though.
Looks like we're
people-
back. Looks like
we're
we're back.
Okay.
We're getting confirmations from people that things are correct
Okay.
in the chat. So
Well,
Awesome.
we were just discussing. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but it's almost
the
like
burning question on everyone's mind.
choosing your favorite child. So both are fun in different ways. I love Pinkie's zaniness and the things she gets away with saying, which sometimes make no sense. And I love it when she's funny. But I think Fluttershy can be really funny too, especially when she has kind of those kind of biting lines, that side of her personality. And I love how she's shy and people can relate to her. So I love both.
So kind of a general question here. Anybody can jump in to answer if they like on this one. Do you ever get together to do these kind of script readings outside of conventions? Do you ever like have a throwdown, some party, somebody writes a script and everybody drops in and lends a voice?
We'd be arrested right now if we did that.
Outside of COVID days, let's say.
Thinking, well, no, for me personally, no, but I was actually thinking when I was reading this script that it might be fun if Tabitha wrote something and we recorded it and just put it on whatever, like a radio play, or even if we just recorded our parts for audio, it'd be super fun.
Well, I have no shortage of scripts, Andrea. You know that. So they're available.
Let's do it. We could do a podcast. I would ask the audience if we could hear them. Something like that.
A
I don't
weekly
know.
podcast, Tabitha's brain dump of the week.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah, me too. Let's do it.
You
The
know me.
Germain files.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all of my big pile of scripts that gathering dust.
Yeah.
I was going to comment that something similar to that kind of scenario occurred with Peter New writing a lovely series of comedic work, The Voyage of the Whifferwall, The Voyage of some craziness ensues. So, but yeah, a bunch of you guys got together and helped put that on, and it's pretty cool. So
I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
I was there too.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I
Oh, what a
watched.
time.
Well, a profound difference between my twin Peter, we were born on the same day, and I, is that he understands tech and I do not. I'm an absolute, it's lucky I could turn this thing on. I'm still with the VCR and the 8-track.
Laserdisc never died at Tabitha's house.
No.
She's got a beta.
Yeah, Betamax.
So Coaster Browning has a question, mainly
Yeah.
for Tabitha or Andrea here. What was the atmosphere like in the studio at the end of recording the final parts of the final finale episodes? Just kind of take us through a little bit of your thoughts and feelings about how the core group there at the end was.
For whatever reason, those last episodes were recorded out of order. And also, I want to say not everyone was there at the same time. Is that right, Tab? I just remember wanting that kind of to be together for those last ones and have that conclusion, but it didn't work out that way. It was, oh, someone's not available this day and we weren't all together, and then they were out of order. So yeah, I remember it just kind of, and then, oh, you're gonna be back for pickups, or we've got a song to do. So it just kind of
Petered out rather than than being a party or anything like that, which is too bad because
yeah.
Yes. I don't actually remember it at all.
It's all a blur like the beginning. Beginning blur, we did some pony things, and
It's all so sad.
all right. Same kind of question for before, but this time for Andrea. How did you get into voice acting?
Oh, also a long and boring story. Although I loved Cole's story. I started doing on-camera work when I was a child. I went to an audition that was in the newspaper and got an agent and did a few things, like a guest appearance on the X-Files. Oh, my headphones just went. We're dying. And then I started doing voice work because I had an agent, and I did some radio commercials, and I did a series, and I loved it. And then voice work turned out to be just a wonderful way of still acting, but then being able to go to school and do sports and all those things, as opposed to going away for months at a time to film something. So I always kept on doing that, and I stopped doing on-camera work. And I always thought that I would grow up and get my adult voice, and that never happened. I never ever expected to keep doing this. I went to school for engineering. I did a couple of shows while I was doing that, which was great because I was able to pay my tuition. It was the best part-time job ever, but it was also really tricky. It was hard to miss engineering classes and work. And then shortly after I graduated, I was looking for an engineering job, and I just started getting busy with voice work. And I thought, oh, I'll just keep doing this until it dries up. And I'm still doing it.
You have the fallback with the real stuff, right? Once the voice acting thing doesn't work out anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think voice acting is very real, and it's a, it's a great profession, but it is difficult because you never know when you're going to be working. So it's got a lot of ups and downs in that regard. But it's definitely real. I think I was brought up a little bit like, oh, you have to get a real job, but I think it's important to recognize that, acting is a real job too.
Definitely. What will we do without all the actors out there? And the cat cameos.
I feel secure knowing that if we're in the middle of a record and we need a bridge, Andrea can probably engineer that for us.
Yes, out of popsicle sticks. That's what they made us do in school. Popsicle stick bridge competition. I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big stuff.
That's really fascinating. I didn't know that about you either. That's cool as hell. Dang.
It's a thing.
I'm not an engineer.
She's a woman of many talents. So for Tabitha,
Yeah.
we know you recently moved, you uprooted yourself and found some new digs. We wanted to know, how have you gotten on with your new garden? Because we need more pictures.
Oh, well, it's not there yet. At the moment, it's a big sea of mud because I moved here in late August, so I couldn't plant and have anything have much longevity. And the front lawn of this place was a sea of gravel because the people that were here didn't want to. They didn't want to deal with gardening, so they just filled it with gravel, and they had like a Japanese style garden. So now, after trial and error, I couldn't get anyone to take the gravel because there were yards and yards of it. So I moved the gravel bucket by bucket into potholes all around Coquitlam.
The city thanks you for your service.
In the midst of a COVID pandemic, Tabitha has taken to moving buckets of gravel all over the town to fix the variant of potholes and all the non-travel going on.
Oh my God, I just rubberneck every time I see gravel. Oh, look, I could put some there.
That is some low tier superhero stuff, like municipal superhero.
Yeah.
It's like I deal with municipal problems only. Like your bin was off the curb, so I moved it back on. Super tab.
So now it's I don't know if you can see, but it's like just mud. Oh, hang on. We'll just do this. It's just mud.
Don't
Did you
drop
see
your
that?
laptop out the window.
Yeah. Well, so it's mud now, and that it's going to be, I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. So I'm just gradually kind of pruning really trees and ripping out old things. And so we'll see. It's going to take a long time, but it's fun.
It's gonna be amazing.
So with all the lovely fun that COVID has presented us with in the past year or so of staying at home doing nothing, Cole, what new talents have you found or developed in this time of great learning and growth? I know people have started making bread, or have found a love of sewing masks, or just a myriad of other talents that they've never thought of before, but this pandemic has brought out in us
Right.
to develop our talents and skills. What have you been doing during the pandemic?
It's a great question. I think the first thing that jumps to mind is I've become rather adept at identifying my various mental illnesses, which is great. So there's been a lot of that. What actually have I been doing? I don't know. I broke my wrist in April. I was in like killer shape because I was going on a rock climbing trip, or I was supposed to, and then I broke my wrist, and then I stopped climbing and I stopped riding my bike, and I just became a puddle of flesh for a couple months. And so now I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get like back on my feet in a very real way. But it's hard, man. The days are short. I got nowhere to be. You're not really supposed to go see anyone. So it's like a hard thing to convince myself to hop on my bike and just be like, I'll pedal out to New West for a day, and then I'll go right back because I can't see my friend because he's immunocompromised. It's a weird time. So what have I developed over this period of time? I've developed a massive appreciation for all the things I had before.
True.
Yeah.
Small. It's not small, actually, to have appreciation for what we kind of, yeah.
I've developed an uncanny talent for filling Twitter feeds with exactly the number of characters that the tweet will fit.
Oh, wow. Drop
You
your-
too?
Yeah. Everybody's coming to that realization. We've all become Twitter masters.
I hate that thing. I wish I could quit you.
I've become a compulsive reader. I mean, I've always been, you know this, Tab, super bookish, but I'm out of control. I read 100 books in 2020.
Whoa.
Wow,
Like real
girl.
books.
That's enviable.
I
What
can't
is
stop.
What does that translate to per week?
Three-ish,
Approximately
I think.
Jeebus.
52 weeks a year.
Holy Hannah.
Can you juggle books? Can you do more than one at a time?
I used to not be able to, but now that I have my e-reader, I can. So I always have one audio, one real book. and then
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
Is the advice my sister gave me, as I want to be a prolific reader like she is, but I like, I don't know, reading more than one book at a time is really challenging for me. I can't do it, but that's okay. I'll just putter my way through one book at a time. I'll just never catch up to her on Goodreads, and I just need to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's, sometimes but I read so much I don't even remember. So I don't even know if it's actually better. It's fun to brag about, I guess. But I just really enjoy it. Like it's been really nice to take my mind and just escape into mostly fiction.
Yeah. Well, the places where you can put your mind are some of them are pretty thorny at the moment. And I do not enjoy having my attention stapled to these completely deleterious states, like that are just really hard on your nervous system. And plus, the thing is factually, like, not everybody is having their nose pressed in COVID or in American politics or in other things. There are stars, and there are fields of wheat, and there are flowers, and there are cats, and there are all kinds of things for our attention that are so much better for our health and our immune systems and for our for our continuing humanity and engagement. So I think being in a book, being in anything but like so-called reality, because there are a lot of realities all overlapping each other right now, and I think choose your adventure. It's totally fair. It's not a cop out. This is the time. Choose your adventure. What do you want your attention to be on? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Andrea, if we could get a short little yay from Fluttershy, we have lots of requests.
Oh, sure. Yay. You get that? I'll do it again in case it cut out.
As many times as you like.
Yay. Yay, 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 yay. No. Yay.
Somebody's already made that into a dubstep mix. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yay.
Yeah.
And the Bollywood dance to go with it.
So follow-up question for you then. Do you think someone with a lisp could still try pursuing a voice acting career?
Yes. I have like a really, I don't know if I would call mine a lisp, but there's something. I have a little tiny thing. And look at me. So
We are looking at you.
definitely.
Not knowing exactly how the system could function in this regard, but I would think if I were to be some kind of a voice director, someone hiring people for a show, you probably get as many auditions as you would want to view, and all of them come in, all of them try to read the same part. What's going to stand out are those voices that have some kind of a distinctive characteristic, or something that has a different flair to add to that character you're trying to fill a role for. And in many cases, it is the ones that stand out are the ones you're going to remember the most, the ones you're going to have more affinity towards picking. If everybody sounded the same and everybody was in this monotone state where it's all the same character, all the same voices, nothing would have any flavor. So I would think the voices that are more characteristic, the way that you can stand out or set yourself apart from someone, the better in many ways.
Hmm.
And I also think too, like the more I think about where this business might go or where it is now, I think it's so very much in flux in terms of what the big stuff is going to be down the road. But I do know that it is going to be far more representative, and there's been a lot of sending up of speech impediments over the years in the same way that they send up maybe like stereotypical kind of accents and whatnot. So that there's going to be there will continue to be more call for authentic kind of representation of all kinds of people, and people with speech impediments are certainly not exempt from that list. So and it's such a democratic time to be making content, making stuff. If you feel like you want to make something and put some stuff out in the world, now's the time to do it, because we're all at home looking at our screens.
Mhm.
You know? So there's also that. We don't
All
know
right,
where
cool.
business is going.
Cole, another question for you here.
Oh, great.
What character of any of the characters from the show or anything else you might have done, do you see or hear yourself in that inner voice in your head?
I mean, I hear myself in all of them from my outer head. So there's that, because they all just sound like me, which is great. But I think, well, it was quite a watershed moment when I got the full script for Terramar, because I knew it was Pony, and I knew that it was going to be sweet to be on the show, and I was really excited to do it. But when I read the script and I saw, oh, it's a pony who's clearly, or a hippogriff rather, who's dealing with a divorce, I read that, and I saw myself reflected in a representative way that I didn't necessarily know I was missing. And so it was cool to open it and be like, oh, it was already Pony, so it wasn't going to be just a job. But I picked up the script and I was like, oh, dang, like this is something that I can legitimately put myself into. It would be great if I was like, I see myself in Spider-Man, but I don't. But I do see myself in Terramar. I think he reminds me a lot of myself when I was a lot younger and trying to sort out things that adults were doing that didn't make much sense to me, and still continue to confuse me. Mom. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I think Terramar, I think that's a safe answer here, and I think it's also a true answer here. So we nailed it.
It's an awesome answer there. I know I couldn't have asked Tabitha that question because there are so many voices in her head that
She doesn't remember.
Nothing ever comes clear. So I think we're getting to wrap this up here, guys. I'm going to ask one more question, and then we'll let these folks go. Andrea, for Pinkie Pie, if she would have any other pet than Gummy, what pet would it be and why? And possibly, what would this name be? What would she name the pet?
I don't know. Gummy is just so perfect because he's just balances her out perfectly. I don't know.
Is Pinkie a cat person?
No, because that's Rarity, right? There's already. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like an obnoxious parrot that copies her own voice, which would be so irritating.
I like that idea a lot.
And gets her in trouble all the time.
Yeah, I was thinking like what's really contrasty. I mean, I like the parrot a lot.
Yeah, that's more similar.
Well, also, so this was for Pinkie, not for Fluttershy. Sorry,
For Pinkie.
For Pinkie.
Fluttershy loves all the animals.
Yeah. But a parrot for Fluttershy would be pretty good too, like an inner voice. You know what I mean? For Pinky,
A parrot that's not shy to ask all the questions.
yeah, I don't know. For Pinky, I kind of see, like when you're at the dog park and there's the one dog that's really, really out of control.
Yes,
maybe it's a
yes,
hyena.
totally.
Yeah.
A hyena. That's good too.
Yeah.
Laughing hyena. Alrighty, guys. Well, we really appreciate your time, and thank you all for joining us here. It's been a great experience to share this once again with all of you. Thank you to Tabitha for a wonderful script. Thank you to all of you
Thank
for
you.
Thanks
making
for great
making this a part of your
narrating.
Saturday. And we will turn it back over to the lovely folks at Vanhoover Pony Expo for the rest of your day.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Bye for
Thanks.
now. Bye. Be
Bye.
safe.
Okay. Leave room. Bye.
See ya.